What if you lived by a code so strict, breaking it was worse than death? Not a religion, not a contract, but a silent vow that shaped how you thought, fought, served, and died. This was the world of the samurai, and their code, Bushido, the way of the warrior, still echoes through history and modern life. Bushido wasn't just about war, it was a complete way of life. Rooted in Zen Buddhism, Shinto ritual, and Confucian ethics, Bushido shaped the warrior class of feudal Japan for centuries. But the enemy wasn't just outside the gate, it was inside the mind. While knights in medieval Europe swore loyalty for land, samurai swore loyalty for honor. To them, strength meant little without restraint, and discipline meant everything. Bushido centered around 7 core virtues, but the philosophy ran deeper. Integrity meant choosing right over easy, even if no one would ever know. Courage wasn't fearlessness. It was calm action in the presence of fear. Compassion meant using your strength to protect. The sword was sacred, used only when necessary. Respect shaped everything, from how a samurai bowed to how they treated enemies. Honesty meant your word was unbreakable. A lie could ruin a legacy. Honor was your reputation, your name, your soul. Once lost, it was rarely regained. Loyalty bound the samurai to their lord, even unto death. These virtues weren't suggestions. They were practiced daily, drilled into the body, and carved into the heart. Here's something most people don't know. Samurai meditated on death every single day. Why? Because fear of death weakens the mind. But if you die before you die, nothing can break you. This wasn't nihilism. It was clarity. By imagining their own death in vivid detail, the samurai lived with greater purpose, focus, and presence. To them, death wasn't failure. Dishonor was. One of the most famous samurai stories comes from the 47 Ronin, warriors whose lord was unjustly killed. Instead of attacking in anger, they waited. For over a year they worked as laborers and merchants, quietly watching their enemy. Then, one snowy night, they struck. Their revenge was calculated, disciplined, and honorable. Afterward, they turned themselves in, and by law were sentenced to death. But they died with honor, forever remembered as the embodiment of Bushido. Bushido didn't vanish when the samurai era ended, it simply evolved. Today it lives in Japanese martial arts like Kendo and Judo, the quiet grace of tea ceremony, the concept of gaman, enduring hardship with dignity, and even in business culture, where honor and reputation still matter deeply. But beyond Japan, Bushido offers a blueprint for modern life. In a world addicted to shortcuts, Bushido teaches patience. In a world of instant gratification, it teaches discipline. In a world of empty performance, it teaches depth. Bushido isn't about wearing armor, it's about removing illusion. Because true strength isn't in how loud you speak, but in how quietly you live your truth. Follow Scrollkeepers archive for ancient wisdom from warrior codes, lost empires, and timeless philosophies. Every scroll reveals a secret. Every quote is a clue.